Hi, this is Amanda Moon for ABA 628. I'm just going to briefly be discussing my interventions and data, my SAFMEDS cards. If we look at each time I added a new deck, I was just slightly below that designated yellow band. Actually, when I added the third deck, I was pretty close. One intervention that I did during this class that I think helped me is I would spend 1, sometimes 2 days studying the new acquisition deck before I would start taking my timings. And one thing I noticed is that my scores, they got up into that designated yellow band fairly quickly and stayed relatively consistent. And I'm only timing at 30 seconds, so my limit thus far has been about 17 correct cards per reading. I've never been able to do more than that. On my first acquisition deck, I had 2 incorrect, and then 1 incorrect, and then 0. On my second acquisition deck, I only had 1 incorrect, and then 0. And then on my third acquisition deck, I only had 1 incorrect card and then 0. So I was pretty happy with that. Another intervention that I implemented during this course is because of the sheer size of the mastery deck, what I did is when I would add an acquisition deck, I would run for the first week my most recently mastered deck. So for instance, when I added deck 2, for the first week I would run deck 1 as maintenance, and then on the following week I would pull out the definition cards and then put them into my cumulative deck. The reason I did that is I just wanted to solidify my knowledge of the most recent master deck, and I was pretty happy with the outcome of that. And as I said, my highest I've ever been able to get was like 17 correct. And I believe that's just kind of my limit. And in previous classes, I would start way down low, and then I would have this steeper acceleration line. But in this course, I've remained relatively stable, just with a few lower scores when I first added a new deck. That's it for me. Thank you.